Chiara and you are on Translator Thoughts. We continue with the interviews to professional translators. This is the third episode, and if you missed the first two, you can go on my blog and listen to them. Today I am with Konstantina Drakou, a Greek translator who is also a blogger at wordyrama.com. Hi Konstantina, how are you?
Hi, very well. Thank you for inviting me to your lovely program.
Thank you, it's a pleasure. On your website, you started a series of posts on the steps translators took after graduation until they became freelance translators. I've read the stories and they are really interesting. And so it seems that we both like to collect stories of interesting people. How did you start to do it?
Well, you see, a translator is not, as a profession, is not something as specific as others, say, for instance, a dentist or a lawyer, that you just graduate from the school and then that's all you do. If you graduate from with a law degree, then you become a lawyer. Translators are a bit more complicated because they can come from different backgrounds. So as people are different, I think translators are different as well.
When and why did you decide to start a blog?
Well, I first launched my website, and then I was informed that in order for it to have traffic, I needed to do something like a blog to write articles so people would be interested, and that would bring traffic to my website. So this is why I started the blog.
Okay, so when did you start?
Oh God, I think at the same time as I launched the website, probably. No, oh God, has it been 2 years? 1 year? I can't remember.
Okay. Do you enjoy writing for your blog?
Yeah, I do. The thing is, you need to, if you're writing a blog, you need to write one post a week. And before I started this series, I didn't really have time, or sometimes didn't have a topic to write about. So I wasn't very controlled and very disciplined with my blog, since the series started, I'm better. I'm getting better with it.
Okay, so let's move to your education. After your undergraduate course in German and Swedish, you choose to do a master in translation. I would like to ask you, what's the reason of your choice? I mean, it was just passion for languages, or you already knew that you wanted to become a translator?
Oh my God, I had no clue. I just thought that if you start doing something, you need to complete it. So I'm a bit more practical. So I like to put my skills into practice. So I thought translating or interpreting would be a good way to go. So I thought translation was quite more relaxed than interpreting, but I ended up doing both actually. Well, not in a master's degree. I mean, in your work. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So now you are a freelancer, but actually you tried both. I mean, you worked also as an employee. And since you tried both, do you prefer working as a freelancer or as an employee?
Well, I still combine both. So I have a part-time post, and I translate full-time, or I try to translate full-time. But in order to escape the famine periods, I think my part-time post is helpful in during times that there is no freelance work.
As a freelancer, could you quantify the effort you put in self-marketing? Because especially as you said, in this famine period, I think you need to increase your effort in self-marketing. And in my opinion, especially at the beginning, it requires probably more time than the actual translations. What do you think?
Yes, definitely. You need to invest more time in the beginning, or even in the middle, or throughout your career, really, as a freelancer, to market yourself and update your texts on your website if you have one, update your CV. It's an ongoing procedure. I don't think that one-time marketing effort is what a freelancer needs. It needs to do it all the time.
So how much time do you spend more or less per week?
On my marketing?
Yeah, in marketing yourself. I mean, I don't know, sending CVs, contacting translations companies, and or direct clients.
Well, actually, I don't do it all the time. When the farming periods kick in, then I start to do it. So it could be like I don't do anything for 2 months or 3 months. That's not the way to go. You should have a specific time during the day to actually stop work and do that. But I'm not that disciplined. I need to be a little bit more harsh on me.
What do you do exactly to market yourself, to find new clients? Are you registered on Translator websites?
I'm registered with Pros, and what I tend to do is I have my Twitter account. So from my Twitter account, I have followed some agencies, translation agencies, and when they post posts on their blogs, sometimes the topics are of interest to me, so I would comment on the I'll give them my opinion, and then they reply back, and this is how you build a relationship with a translation agency that you see as a potential client. And you never know what can come up from just writing a comment.
Yeah, it's true. This is something I'm just curious about. Do you think it's more useful to send CVs to agencies or to increase your connections through, for example, social media?
Well, to be honest, when I first started collaborating with agencies outside the Greek borders, I was sending my CV. I think most of the freelance translators, that's what they do as a first step. They send their CV to translation agencies everywhere. And, in order to get some work to land in their inbox, then when you get some regulars, you can invest your time differently. So you have the time, because you get paid work, you have the time, and sometimes it's more interesting to try and build relationships that could lead to a project. Not that this is what you expect from the beginning. It could never, maybe an agency never sends you, but they like to talk with you. And, that's good. I think it's good because they might one day send something.
Of course, if they know you, they might remember about you when they need your language.
Yeah.
So you studied in the UK, and after 10 years, you left the UK to go back to your country, to your island. It might seem like a silly question, but why did you leave? For the weather or for, I don't know, because you missed home?
Oh my God, I love the UK. I could, under certain circumstances, I could live there forever. I used to live in many different cities because I studied there, I did my master's there, and then I worked for companies there. So I spent the most wonderful years of my life in that country. It's just, so one morning I woke up and I thought I was working 2 jobs and I had no time to spend my money. And I thought, it keeps raining and I go to work, it's dark. I come back from work, it's dark. I need to see the sunlight. So I chose to come back to Crete. And to be honest, I work so hard here as well because I have my own little office and my part-time job, but at least it's sunny and the sea shimmers, and you can just drive, take your car and drive for 2 minutes and you are by the beach, and that's just, wonderful.
Yeah, I know because it might seem silly for, I mean, in a way, but I know what you mean because people used to have the sun most of the time. I mean, I think we really suffer from staying in a country where it rains most of the time.
Well, when I was there, when I first left the Crete to go there, I thought I would never come back. But you know what they say never.
Would you think about coming back to UK?
I'm not planning on coming back, but you never know. Things here are getting difficult every day. So I don't know if I would go back. I'm not sure, but I wouldn't say no if something good came up.
Mhm.
Yeah, I love it.
So now that you are in Greece, do you work mainly with Greek companies or foreign companies?
In fact, I only have one Greek direct client, and the rest are foreign companies.
Wow.
Yeah.
Foreign companies from more or less which countries?
From everywhere. I have clients from the States, Sweden, the UK, France, Germany. I get some from Norway. I get work from not, sometimes exotic places like Emirates and Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
From everywhere.
Do you offer only translation and interpreting or other services as well?
Interpreting I do here in Crete. So if there is like a conference, like a medical conference, then I interpret in the cabin. Well, sometimes also this is some a very latest project that became. I write the original texts for hotel websites. So what the clients ask me to do is go and stay in the hotel for one night, and I taste their food, and I take a walk around the hotel, and then I sit in my office and I write the texts for the hotel's website. And then some of these clients do ask me if they are if I have colleagues that could cover languages I do not speak. So the project management comes in there.
Okay, so you do copywriting as well in this
Yes.
sense. Okay, copywriting, and then you have actually to find other translators, and so
Yes.
you become the project manager.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Do you enjoy it?
Well, it's not so easy as I thought, to be fair. I just thought that, project managers get the texts and then they just send them to random translators, but of various languages. But in fact, it takes a lot of time because you need to schedule the deadlines and you need
Mm-hmm.
to see if your translators are busy, and sometimes you need to juggle with the clients as well, because they wanted, most of them, they want the job done yesterday, and
Yeah.
of course this is not possible. And then freelance translators, they keep getting jobs, and you need to have your slot, and it can be very stressful when a translator is not available.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I guess well, somehow it could be it can be interesting. I mean, it's like you have different kind of works, no? You can have different kind of jobs actually.
Yeah, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I see all this as a jigsaw, and I need to put the pieces together. So it needs to be perfectly fits for it to work. If one piece doesn't match, then it can't be completed.
So I have one last question about your well, let's say colleagues. Do you see other Greek translators as competitors or colleagues actually?
I think that there's plenty of work for everybody. So there is not a matter of competition. Every translator tries to be the best in his or her field, and that's what I try to do. I just want to provide the best service possible, and I don't feel jealous if other friends of mine that are also translators, get more jobs, because what I use this in quotations envy, I try to keep up with them and not start spreading rumors or anything. I try to make myself as good as they are. So it works somehow different with me. I don't know. I think there are plenty of work for everybody, so there's no need to stress.
That's a very good attitude, I think, because there could be a little competition, especially if people think that there's not so much work.
Well, I think that there is plenty of work. It depends, it depends what it is that you like to translate, and it depends what skills you have. So every translator has a different background, and if you lack in your background, all you have to do is fill in the hole, yeah? So to become like all the rest, I mean, it takes hard work, and you need to invest your time, and yes, maybe you do not have time to go out with your friends anymore, but it's your job. You have to be good at your job.
I agree with you. Okay, so thank you very much for your time and for sharing your experience with us. So you're always
welcome.
Okay, you're always welcome back on my blog whenever you want.
Oh, thank you. And be free, if you would like your story to be on mine, please feel free to write it and send it to me.
Okay, sure. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, bye.
Bye.